Hi guys, it's Mary Hodges here, co-founder of Lean Legal. And for those of you that don't know a lot about our company, we are on a mission to simplify legal for startups, and we're doing that by creating plain English legal forms, tools for your business such as checklists, and then education and training like the training series here. And you're here because you downloaded our guide, The 4 Steps to Using Independent Contractors in Your Business the Right Way. And we see so many businesses getting into trouble in this area, and that's simply because they're uninformed about the law. So our learning objectives from this mini training series is a basic understanding of the legal issues. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into the 4 steps, and then give you action items for each steps that you can implement in your business right away. So why do businesses use independent contractors? Well, there are a couple considerations. One of those is the administrative burden. Hiring employees requires so much more legal compliance. Do you have to set up accounts with your state tax agency, all the taxes you have to pay, all the laws that now apply to you because you have employees, etc. So that ends up in a total cost savings. Contractors require less taxes, less expenses with payroll and legal compliance. So there are very important issues that businesses have to consider when they need a worker and they're trying to determine if they should have an employee or independent contractor. However, you need to know that labeling a worker a contractor is not enough. There are actually a variety of independent contractor tests, and they look at a worker's situation to determine whether or not that worker should be an employee or independent contractor. And just to give you an idea of why it's understandable that businesses are confused, let's just go over some of those tests. There's a Department of Labor Economic Realities test, the IRS test, a 20-factor test, the ABC test, the Right to Control test, the Relative Nature of Work test, and the Restatement Second of Agency test. There's no wonder why people are confused about what to do and what applies to them. So regardless of the test that actually applies to you, a common thing that you can see in all of these tests across the board is control. How much control does the company have over the worker? And economic dependence. Is the worker economically dependent on the business? And those are the two central themes that you need to analyze when you're trying to determine if a worker should really be an independent contractor or an employee. So the training series is going to track the 4 steps to using contractors from the guide that you downloaded. And there will be a video for each step. And so let's just recap. Those steps are: make sure the contractor is truly in business for himself or herself. Avoid using the contractor on a full-time basis. Limit the amount of control you have over the contractor's work. And use independent contractor agreements. And we know you guys are really busy growing your ideas. We think that's awesome. Lean Legal is always here rooting for you. So the training series is definitely not based on overwhelm or information overload. You could spend a couple minutes of your morning, get the information you need, and a couple action items that you can implement. So our next video will be make sure that the contractor operates a business for himself or herself, and I will see you guys tomorrow.